Hi friends, welcome back to Dergy be Playin. Virtue's last reward. I'm getting better at saying the right name, feels good, man. Yeah, so last time we went through the lounge with Phi and Luna. Now we're gonna see how different this section is compared to the first time we went through. It's like Alice, Clover, Kay.
And Dio, Quark, and Tenmyoji.
So what's up? Did something different happen this time? Or is it something I don't remember that already happened? What's going on here?
We ran into them a little bit ago. Well, not literally, of course.
I don't know. With a prow like that, I imagine you run into a lot of things.
What's a prow?
Let me see the map.
I don't think I've ever heard of a prow before. Time to Google a word that I've never heard in my life. Okay! It's, apparently a prow is the proportion of a ship's bow above water. And I'm guessing he's referring to her boobs. Nice, very funny. Anyway. Oh, sure. I get it. All three routes end up here.
That's the same as the map we found in the infirmary.
Infirmary?
Oh, we found a map like that too. Ours was in the crew quarters.
That's so. We found ours in the lounge.
Maybe we should sit down for a bit and exchange information.
No. There's plenty of time for that after we check out this elevator.
You know, she's awfully adamant about pushing things forward. I still think she may be in league with Zero, though I don't know. I think she just wants to get her revenge on us, but does she remember that part yet? Does she remember that part in this route? If not, why does she only remember it in the other route? That part meaning apparently we betrayed her the first time this game happened. The one where we all splodinized. But I really wonder, if we betrayed her in the first game, then why is the last thing she did hugged him and said thank you?
This is just like the other floor.
These doors have colors on them too.
Do they perhaps remember different games? I really wonder.
The one on the left is green. The one in the middle is blue. And the one on the right is red.
Are these chromatic doors? Look, there's a box here. It looked like the ones we saw earlier.
I'm pretty sure this did not come up in the first route that I took. Lock, huh? Yeah, it won't budge.
Yeah, just like the other doors. No good trying to force it open, I suppose.
Is something wrong, Alice? You've been staring at your bracelet.
Oh. No, I'm fine. But it looks like my guess was right. The numbers have changed.
Oh, yeah. Numbers? Oh, yeah, the time left. Looks like 2 hours, 6 minutes.
Ah, for fuck's sake. You telling me we're gonna have to just sit around here for another 2 hours?
Looks like we don't have a choice then. We gotta head back. Quark, why don't you show them that note we found?
Sure.
Oh? Did it say something like supplementary rules? Because if it did, we have one too. We found ours in the infirmary.
Yeah, we found one too. It was in a safe in the lounge. Here are a few more rules for you. Once you've opened a door, you can hop through it as much as you'd like. The chromatic doors are like that too. Once you open them, even eye carrot keep you from going in and out of them. Any color of bracelet can go through them, and as many people as you like. But, you have to escape before you can take advantage of this free reign rule. Once you've activated a chromatic door and gone through it to the puzzle beyond, it won't let you back until you solve the puzzle. If that's true, then we can all go back the way we came and get into the warehouse.
I don't think Zero's saying we can. I think he's saying we have to.
True, and again, there just seems to be more and more evidence to me piling up about Fi being a rather Santa-ish character in this game, as in a Zero helper, or perhaps even Zero herself, though. That's kind of what the first game did. That was like the twist of the first game, is that the girl that was by your side the whole time, which is kind of Fi this time, right, was Zero all along. But the difference here is that Sigma doesn't trust Fi. But Junpei was in love with Akane and trusted the hell out of her.
Otherwise, what's the point of that key card?
You mean this? The AMBIDEX room key.
We found some too.
Though I kind of doubt that. Why would they do that again? It's essentially doing the same thing as the first game if they did that. That was the big twist too. So I don't think Fi's Zero, but I think she might be the Santa-like character. Her hair's also white too, like his, which is fine. But again, we'll see. But there seems to be more evidence the more that we go, but maybe it's because that's what I already think, and I'm like looking for more evidence subconsciously. But it really makes a lot of sense, and it only seems to make more. A lot of the things she says are very driving forward, and a lot of things that she says that are driving the game forward are very forceful, you know? Now, granted, some of that might be that she wants revenge on Sigma, but like, I don't know about that, and I have this feeling that she might not remember that in this game. Or that he may have never even betrayed her at all, but something made her think that way. Or in some alternate universe he did, but in another one, like the one that he remembers, he didn't, maybe? Either that, or like, he did betray her in the first game, but she was just glad to be with someone at the end anyway. I don't know, man. There's too many about that. But it makes a lot of sense as she's Santa to me, like I keep saying. But that makes 6 then. 1 for each AB room.
Let's head back to the warehouse.
So when Zero says jump, we say how high, huh?
Unfortunately, it's kind of how these games are structured to force you to do that.
If you don't like it, stay here. Stupid angry mutt watching the door sounds about right.
I love this. Okay, it looks like things are starting to repeat, but I'm still gonna keep going. I don't know, I don't remember all this either, so I'm just gonna keep going and not fast forward through this stuff, especially because the actual AMBIDEX room section is going to be different now.
Asshole. Better hope I don't have rabies, you self-satisfied old turd.
Well, what's it going to be? Are you going to go back with us, or are you staying here by yourself?
Alright, fine. I'm going.
I think I'm going to ally with Luna. We'll see. But it's like, it's hard for me to want. Like, she's so kind, you know? It's really hard for me to not want to ally with her. And I feel like she'd ally with me, but I also feel like she might be covering up something less kind. But maybe not. But Alice is outwardly the kind that I'm like, oh yeah, she would betray. She did, but she did ally first, so I'm thinking I should ally with Luna, but I hope I won't regret that. Oh boy.
So, this is the lounge.
It would seem Zero's notes were telling the truth. Getting back here was easy enough.
That means we could all go visit the infirmary too.
Or the crew quarters.
Hey, Grandpa, check this out. Some of your favorite scotch.
Oh. Tempting. But I don't really think now's the time.
Well, hold on, Grandpa? Yeah, but see, part of me feels like he's not his actual grandpa. Like I said before, I don't know why I'm so adamant about thinking that. Maybe I'm just really expecting Uchikoshi to subvert my expectations at this point. Because I think 999 trained me pretty well for that in a lot of ways. Since when were they buddies? Probably a long time. Though I still am really curious about what all of their whole deal is. Or had they always been that close? I think so. In other words, they'd known each other before the Nonary game. If Quark was calling Temeoji Grandpa, maybe they were even related. And Alice and Clover seem to be close too. Just how many of these people knew each other already? I have a feeling maybe more than just those 4, but obviously those 4. I really do wonder how Clover and Alice met up, but I think it was just at the end of the first game. Because that must have been Alice and not June, but maybe she's actually June in a way, but
Let's go, buddy. As soon as we get out of here, I can drink all the scotch I want.
Nah.
You can drink all the root beer floats you can stop.
What? You're gonna get me a root beer float?
But are you sure?
Oh my god, Quark is so good. Listen, listen, man, this is bringing me back to when I was a kid. I fucking loved root beer floats at those, like, those American restaurants. There's actually this place in Colorado. I forget what it was called. But it was a place that was known for its beer, and it also had some amazing fucking root beer. It was my favorite. And I remember going there a lot with my parents and loving that place.
Do you have enough money?
Oh, ye of little faith. I found an old factory full of rare earth metals the other day.
Huh. That sounds shady. He's not just a trash collector, is he? That sounds illegal. Sounds a lot more like some kind of scavenger that sells whatever he finds. Like essentially a thief. Oh yeah, that's right, Zero's still around here. It's a little jarring to see him all of a sudden and hear that yawn because, well, he disappears after I think this very, I was about to say conversation, but monologue for the rest of the game.
Oh, you're finally done. You were taking so long. I hopped off for a little nap.
Ah, for yawning? Really? You're just a computer program. You don't get tired.
Hey, Theo. My temper's got a hair trigger, and you're awfully close to pulling it. So I'd watch my mouth if I were you. Otherwise...
Well, do you really need me to spell it out?
Forget it.
That's a good boy. Alrighty, let's get back to what we were talking about earlier. Namely, how do you get more BP?
We go into the AB rooms, right? Look, we've got some keys for them right here. Kay and Quark have 2 each, so we've got 6 altogether.
But who goes into what room?
That doesn't really matter. Anybody can go into any room.
But there are only 6 rooms.
Didn't I tell you? The 2 members of a pair share the same destiny.
Then you mean both members of a pair need to go into the same room?
Yes.
I love that fucking voice clip. You can tell she had so much fun voicing that. Like, that is some, she deserves, I think, a medal for her performance as Zero, because it's so dynamic and fittingly insane sounding.
What do we do after we go into the room?
Play a game. Just like it says on the door. You play the AMBIDEX game!
Like, case in point, the way she sings AMBIDEX game there is just, mwah, beautiful.
Wait, what's AMBIDEX supposed to mean anyway?
I would guess it's short for ambidextrous. Most use the word to refer to the ability to use both of one's hands, instead of favoring the left or right. But it can also be taken to mean someone who is duplicitous or two-faced.
I know this is dialogue we've seen before, so if you want to skip it, I'll have this section in its own marker on my progress bar, so you can just click on it after this, just in case you haven't seen that yet. It's a game of betrayal, then.
I guess you could put it that way.
What's the nonary game?
That refers to the whole enchilada. The nonary game is a game where you try to open the number 9 door and escape. The AMBIDEX game is just a mini-game you play as part of the larger one. Makes sense?
Like hell. This shit is confusing.
Is it? Or is it that you're just a few carrots short of a bushel? What do you think, Theo?
Arrogant little bastard.
Well, that's just how I am. So you better get used to it. Now, could I have you all move to the AB room, please?
The way that she voice acts him will never get old. So you better get used to it. Like, fucking, yes. The sass. The sheer fucking sass.
I'll give you more specifics once everyone's inside.
And then just random southern accent. I love this fucking horrible
I
bunny.
think it'll probably be easier to understand that way.
Kay, Quark, and myself each gave one card to Luna, Alice, and Temioji. And with the other hand, we all simultaneously flipped off the motherfucking room. At least I'd do that. Anyway. Then we headed into the AB rooms. There wasn't any discussion of who'd go into which door, and there wasn't really any discussion of who'd go into which door, and Fi and I found ourselves heading into the leftmost room. Looks like everybody else has gone in already. Think we should head in too?
Why are you asking me? Just hurry up and get in there.
Okay, jeez.
An AMBIDEX gate has been opened. 45 minutes remain until AMBIDEX game polling closes.
What? This game's got a time limit too? What the fucking shit? There's a dead person we've never seen in here. Excuse-moi? Wait, there was a 10th fucking person. And she's here dead. What the fuck does that mean? Okay. I was expecting this route to be more or less the same until voting time. And then Uchikoshi's like, yeah, you thought that, motherfucker. What? 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 Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What the hell? Who is this?
Fuck if I know.
Wait. Gray hair. Never. I was thinking, could it be an older Fi because of timey-wimey shit? Maybe that's way too stretchy. In fact, like, I don't know if she looks anything like her. Who the hell could this woman be?
Look, it doesn't matter who she is. Just get everybody over here.
Yeah, right. Hey, guys, get over here. We found someone. There's a lady over here. She's unconscious. Oh, is she not dead? I thought she would be dead because like, this game would just have a dead person. But who the hell is she? There's 9 people here. I didn't wait for a response, just turned around and followed Fi into the room. We knelt down next to the woman and turned her over as gently as we could manage. All that greeted us was... Okay, never mind, she is dead. Blood. She's covered in blood. I leaned down to listen at her mouth. Nothing, no breath. Yeah, I thought she'd be dead. But... See... Wait. Who... Wait. Did someone wake up with a partner and kill them? Did we not find that out this time? Or... Wait, no... Otherwise... Did Zero end up killing someone? Is she Zero when she killed herself? The fuck? Nothing, no breath. With shaking hands, I felt against her neck for a pulse. No movement, just cold skin. Fucking excuse me, dude?
What the hell were you yelling at? What's going on here?
Well, there's just a random dead lady in here. What the hell do you think is going on?
Is she?
Quark, don't look. Somebody's got to get Quark out of here.
Okay.
I guess because all no kids should not see dead people, okay?
Come on, Quark.
Then she's...
Yeah. She's not breathing, and I can't find a pulse. Her body's already cold, so I'm guessing she was murdered a while ago.
Murdered?
Does this look like an accident or a suicide to you?
Looks like she was stabbed.
Yep.
Don't see a weapon around here,
Yeah,
though.
stabbed right in the heart, looks like.
That means either the killer took it with them, or it was part of them.
Part of them. That's an interesting distinction that she randomly brings up.
Part of them? Well, if someone was strong enough
Oh,
and
wow.
they had
So
metal
she's just-
hands, then they might be able to stab
So it's just
someone
gonna
in the heart.
point blame right at Kay then, huh?
What are you suggesting?
It's just a joke. Don't take it so seriously.
The thing is, that mean there was 3 people in their cell, because he appeared with Clover, right? How would he have had time?
Whatever. If we examine the wound, we'll probably get a better idea of what
Why
the weapon
does she
was.
point blame at him? Is it just logic, or is there a game moving along reason for it? Or did she do it? And if she did it, then why the fuck did she do that? And what I'm guessing is if she did it, then there's, like, a reason based on the fact that she's either Zero or a helper of Zero, like Santa.
Let's get her to the infirmary. She might be old, but she's still a woman. If we're going to do an autopsy, she should have some privacy. Come on, boys, let's go.
DOK and I gingerly lifted the woman up and carried her to the infirmary. Perhaps he just didn't consider himself one of the boys, or maybe it was something else. But whatever the reason, Tamiyoji only stared. Wait, she looks like she could have been his wife or something. His whole body was rigid, like a rope pulled almost to its breaking point. Yeah, no, maybe it's his wife and she was killed. But, like, why the fuck? But it was his eyes that caught my attention. Or his ex-wife or something. He wasn't staring at us, not quite. It was more like he was staring toward us. A smoldering spark of something burning silently behind his gaze. It wasn't until we were almost to the infirmary that I realized Tamiyoji hasn't spoken a single word since the moment we'd found the body. I turned to look back at him. He was following us at a distance, his breathing heavy and labored and his movement slow and shuffling, as if his body were suddenly made of lead. Yeah, there's definitely something there. His wife or his sister or some other relative or... The old woman's body was surprisingly light. Carrying her felt almost like carrying an old, dry piece of wood. We set her down carefully in the infirmary. It's almost like she's been dead for a while then, like longer than the rather short time this game has canonically been going on. We set her down carefully in the infirmary bed, as if we were afraid she might break. Either that or... She looks so peaceful. Almost like she's just going to wake up any minute now. Yeah, that'd be nice.
Maybe she didn't suffer much when she died.
Well, let's hope so.
Anyway, I feel a little bad about doing this, but I think we need to examine her.
You mean like an autopsy or something?
I'm just going to have a look at the wound. If we had a coroner, then it would be a different story, but... What?
I have a medical license.
Oh, we never learned that this time?
No.
You're a doctor?
Well, I'm not exactly a coroner.
Interesting. I guess you really can't judge a book by its cover, can you?
Okay. She really keeps dancing around what exactly she is. If she, like... She has a medical license, but for what, then? Because she really keeps dancing around what her actual, like, training was for or about. Is she maybe a veterinarian? I guess that because of the bird necklace, but,
Sorry.
You don't need to apologize.
Are you really going to perform an autopsy? Oh, I won't really be doing it. I think that machine over there is a medical scanner. It's called an ATOM. It uses nuclear magnetic resonance imaging to examine and diagnose people.
Ah, yes, I remember.
Oh yeah? And just how the hell do you remember that?
Because Alice, Clover, and I examined this entire room.
So you think you can use it to perform some kind of autopsy?
Yes, I think I should be able to manage that.
Luna ran the scanner over the body, then turned back to the terminal. The display filled up with text, most of it rather technical. Sex, female. Estimated age, 65 to 75 years. Diagnosis, deceased. Cause of death, exsanguination? Is that having bled to death? That's what I'm guessing. Now I'm gonna look up this fancy word, just because I want to make sure I'm right about that. This game's teaching me a lot of fancy words. Yeah, it's what I thought. It's losing enough blood to die. Yeah, so she bled to death. Fun. That is what I thought it was. Severe loss of blood is what that means. So, I don't think she was stabbed right in the heart then, because wouldn't that instantly kill a person? Don't quote me on that, but I think it would. Estimate time of death 3 to 4 hours ago. I don't remember if there's even been any, like, indication of how long the game's precisely been going on for. But, Damage trajectory. Weapon entered... Oh, no, it did pierce the heart. Interesting. So, does the heart not instantly kill you? Weapon entered through 4th intercostal piercing heart. Wound characteristics. Wound margin, clean, continuous. Wound margin, clean, continuous. Not sure what margin's supposed to mean. It feels like Uchikoshi literally, like, researched autopsies and stuff for this. Wound angles, 1 sharp, 1 blunt? Wait, so, what does that mean? Does it mean that there was also some kind of blunt force trauma somewhere? Wound cavity, 150 millimeters. Wound length, 30 millimeters. Wound width, 3 millimeters. Conclusion. Based on the characteristics described above, there is a 95% chance the wound was caused by a sharp single-bladed instrument. Yeah, I don't really get it. What's it mean by instrument? Was she stabbed with a clarinet? Sigma, please. Not even I'm that dumb.
It means a tool of some sort. A knife, probably.
In other words, she was stabbed in the heart, right?
Yes.
Well, I suppose that clears me of suspicion.
Sorry, but no.
Why? Please, don't tell me you think my hand can somehow turn into a knife.
I told you that was a joke.
Then why am I still a suspect?
Yeah, I really am wondering why Fi is laying the blame on him so hard. Does she have another reason? I guess we're about to find out, hopefully.
We found the old lady in one of the AB rooms. Specifically, the one farthest to
Oh
the
wait,
left.
that's the one he came out of, wasn't it? But with Clover. Oh, who was unconscious. So, okay. I forgot about that.
Before we went in there, only 2 other people had been in that room.
Yep.
You and Clover. Only one of you was conscious.
That's true. Yeah, no wonder. But again, is she spreading dissent for a reason? Again, like, I don't know. It's gonna be hard for me to not be suspicious of Fi the more that I play this game until there's something that clears her up. Or not.
Fi, please, stop joking around. I assure you, there was no one else in that room besides Clover when I woke up.
Unfortunately, only you would actually be able to confirm that, because Clover was unconscious.
She must have been put there later.
But the door was locked, right? I don't think anyone could have gotten in without the key.
Except for Zero. And maybe Zero wants to get rid of him for some reason. Or maybe in some twisted way he's Zero and he doesn't remember anything. I don't know why that would be.
Perhaps, but there was a hatch on the ceiling, remember?
Yes, there was. But Zero said he locked all the hatches.
Well, if he was telling the truth, nobody could have gotten in there after the 2 had left. But what if he lied? Or what if he only left that one unlocked and then somehow one of his helpers or his helper put her in there for some reason? Maybe killed her. I don't know. Which means...
You fucking bastard! Why'd you kill her, kid? I knew it. You're him, aren't you? You're the real Zero.
Wait a minute, please. Just calm down. You aren't making sense. Let's suppose I am Zero. Why would I do something that would obviously cast suspicion on me?
Well, because...
That's a good point.
Because you figured we'd think that. And you'd throw us off the trail by doing the exact opposite.
That's not a logical argument. Still, you do have at least half a point. Your argument doesn't confirm my guilt, but it does show us where we should be looking. The real Zero. The person who brought us here is likely the person who murdered that woman. Doesn't that seem like the most reasonable answer?
Wait a minute. Okay, well, I mean, okay. God damn it. This is some good plot. This is some spicy plot stuff. Delicious. He acts so innocuous and is rather suspicious in a lot of ways, and we don't know who he is. He doesn't seem to know who he is. He may not actually know who he is. And again, I have this theory that he might be Zero and he doesn't remember. Like, he made sure to wipe his own memories for some reason. For maybe literally to, like, not hopefully have a lot of suspicion on him.
I guess. Yeah, that makes sense. If Zero was the murderer, then they could open anything they wanted to.
That's true.
I mean, didn't Zero say something about that?
I live in the master computer. That means all the electronic doors in this whole warren are under my control.
Or maybe they weren't saying Phi as the person that brought them to the medical room, which is what she did. But they were just saying Zero, the person that brought them there in general.
Exactly. Also, consider this. If the murderer isn't Zero, why would the AI Zero stay silent? He told us that his job was to make sure the game ran smoothly, but now the unexpected has happened. And he says nothing. Why would he do that? If he can see everything we do, then he must know who killed the old woman. So why has he kept his silence? The answer is simple. The murderer is Zero. Or rather, Zero Senior, I suppose you could say.
Who could still be you, I might add. Or Phi, or any one of us here, or a hidden person. Especially because we never saw this woman before now. She was a hidden person.
He likely ordered Zero Jr., the AI, to keep his identity hidden.
And also, the woman could have been Zero Senior.
If Zero Jr. told us about the murder, then Zero Senior's identity would be compromised. There is something else to consider as well. Perhaps this murder was not unexpected. Zero Senior murdered her, just as planned. Death is only another part of the game.
Killing someone is just part of a game doing? I mean, considering that he rigged your bracelets to kill you for all sorts of different reasons, I would say yeah.
Well, there's no way to know for sure, but I would assume so.
"10 minutes remain until AMBIDEX game polling closes."
Although, have we ever seen anyone die of the poison yet? So it might be another scenario like the first game where that's not real, at least for some of them.
All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Whoa, what was that?
I don't know.
Well, one thing's for sure.
And that is...
If we don't go vote, something bad's going to happen.
You see? Just as I said, Zero Jr. ensures the game continues, even though someone has died. All of this is part of Zero Senior's plan.
That is a very convenient and logical argument, and again, convenient because, well, what if he did it? This is a really clever thing to say, and also that doesn't excuse him from possibly being Zero, or anyone else here, for that matter.
Let's get back to the warehouse. If we all head to the AB rooms, maybe we'll see Zero Jr. After all, he told us he'd give us specifics once we gone in.
Did I tell you I love Phi and her voice actor a lot? Yeah, a bunch of times. But you know, it's that freaking true for me, so I will continue. We're really going in there? I kinda don't want to. I mean, there was a dead lady in there just a few minutes ago. Huh? Wait, Phi, where'd you go?
Up here.
Up? Oh yeah, she could jump like fucking Superman or something. I really wonder what the hell that's about. Is she some sort of superhuman, like a bioengineered? Like, I don't know. That's gotta be significant, her fucking inhuman-seeming acrobatic ability. Whoa, what the hell's she doing? Wait, the fucking... If she can jump so easily, then she could get up there, open the hatch, and kill the woman and put her in there. She did it, right? Like, yeah, that's really fucking suspicious, dude. Like, if any one of us could get in the hatches and kill a woman that way, there's a lot of reasons, man, to think she's Zero. Or at least Santa. Like, a lot. We must be really desperate to get out. But tis.
Seriously? That's the best you can do? I was expecting something about how I jump at the first sign of trouble.
Whatever. What are you up to up here anyway? Everybody's all... Wait, if she was expecting something like that, then she does know something, does she? Or maybe she's just saying that because of how he's been so far. Ah, man, there's so many That's what... That's what makes these games so interesting, man. These games hook me real well. I'd really love to replicate this kind of writing hookage in my stories, because I write too. Everybody's already gone into the AB rooms.
Yeah, well, there was something I wanted to check out.
And that is, if the hatches are open, right?
This thing, remember it?
The hatch?
Try opening it.
Wait, oh, did he climb up there with her? I guess it's not very hard to do so anyway. No luck. It won't budge.
Then that means this AB room is locked down tight. No one could get in.
Yeah, considering that, like, the elevators don't seem very high off the ground, I guess anyone could feasibly climb up there, probably. Or at least mostly everyone. So, yeah. Especially, seemingly stronger, or at least, like, normally strong man, like Sigma. I don't know about me. I don't have arm strength. What's arm strength? But he probably could do it. He looks quite fit, actually, from, the art I've seen of him and stuff. You're talking about whoever killed that old lady, aren't you?
Yeah.
Still think it's Kay. Well, like Clover said, if Zero Sr. is the killer, then it wouldn't matter if we could open this hatch or not.
I know. I just wanted to be sure.
5 minutes remain until AMBIDEX game polling closes.
Let's go. I imagine Algernon's waiting for us.
He's a rabbit. Algernon? Did she give him a nickname? I don't get it.
Look, there's something on the screen.
Yeah, you're right. Yep. And trappy. Well, looks like there's no going back now.
Astute observation.
I love the way she voice acted that. Beautiful. Mwah.
Hooray! Everybody's finally here! I've been waiting.
So have we. We've got some questions for you, Zero. Who's that old
All of you, please stop bombarding me with questions.
Oh, yeah, everyone's asking the same damn thing at once.
The other people in the other rooms are asking me stuff just like you are, Siggy. I guess you probably can't hear them since these rooms are completely soundproof,
yeah.
but
They're completely soundproof. So, more murders are gonna happen in here. Or, that's a clue as to how the woman was murdered.
B.O. is especially loud.
Oh, I'm sure.
For real, B.O. I need you to shut up. There isn't much time. I gotta hurry and explain all this stuff, or the game will end before I'm done. So, no more questions from now on. No answers for anybody, okay? You just have to wait. Now, let's get this party started. Let me tell you about the AB game. Since it's a game, you're obviously going to have an opponent. But it's not like this is a battle royale where you just fight everybody. Each round will be a one-on-one battle. Mono a mono, or mono a womano.
Or in this case, it's mono a womano a womano. Mono womano a womano? Something like that.
Well, there are two people each here, aren't there? So it'll be more of a two-on-one battle, I guess. Now, I imagine you're all wondering who your opponent is going to be. It's actually really easy. You'll be competing against whoever you paired up with to go through the chromatic doors. For example, Siggy and Fido paired up with Mooney and went through the magenta door, didn't they? That means that Siggy and Fido will be playing against Mooney. And it goes the other way too. Mooney's opponent will be Siggy and Fido. Obviously, that means Potassium and Cleaver's enemy.
I love these nicknames, man.
Alas. And B.O. and Quark's enemy will be Tell Me Oldie. Well, I guess enemy isn't really the right word, is it? After all, if you choose ally, then they're your ally.
What? Don't get it?
I love this particular voice so much.
Well, don't worry. Just listen while Zero the Third explains it all.
The third. That's significant. There technically wasn't a 0 in the first game, was there? Or was Ace 0 in the first game? Like the game that he conducted? Or was there not a person that was 0? Like, the 0 bracelet existed, but, like, he wasn't really taking part of the game, he was observing it, right? So, either it's that game, the first nonary game, and this game is the 3 games and 3 different 0s. Or, if there wasn't really a 0 in the first game, the experiment, then that would mean that Akane, question marks, and 0 the third here are the 3 zeros, which would mean that there was another nonary game in between this one and that one. Between 999 and this game. Dergy, plot be thickenizing. What?
First, I want everybody to focus on the screen on the device in the back of the room.
The sheer amount of different voices she puts on. As a character putting on voices, by the way, who has a very unique style. And there's no way she talks like this in real life, like... Kudos, that's all I'm saying. I will continue to praise this woman every time I hear this frickin' bunny, because amazing, immaculate, beautiful.
You should see A, ally, and B, betray on it. Do you?
Yepperino.
All you guys have to do is pick! Just pick one of those easy options!
Easy my ass.
Your BP will go up or down, depending on what you pick. It's a little complicated, and some of you are a little slow. So, I made this handy chart.
My slow ass thanks you.
The plus and minus are from your point of view.
I just love that point of view. I love that so much. 0 will never not crack me up. I cannot get old. This cannot get old for me. It's impossible.
So, let's say you choose ally, and so does your opponent. You'll get 2 BP, and so will they. And you'll all get a nice warm, fuzzy feeling inside. We call that the best pals outcome. Just puts a smile on your face, doesn't it? Next is what you get if you choose ally, but your opponent chooses to betray. If that happens, you lose 2 BP, and they get 3. We call that the stupid jerk face outcome. Somebody did that to me. I'd skin them and stew them with some tires. The third choice is the opposite of that. It's when you choose betray, but your nice, innocent opponent chooses ally.
The thing is, part of me feels like Luna would choose ally, but like, a lot of me feels like Uchikoshi wants you to think that.
This time, you're the one who gets 3 BP, and they're the one who loses 2. We call that the serves them right outcome. I mean, what were they thinking? Choosing ally was a stupid choice, and there's nothing for you to feel guilty about.
Jesus Christ. With all of these monologues, they're setting... You know what's really sinister about this? When she says the ally outcome, it's like, oh, that's really nice, isn't it? But then the way that she says... I'm saying she because actress, and you can definitely hear the femininity in the voice most of the time. Just like with Morgana. It's the other reason why a lot of people thought Morgana was female when they first played P5, raise his hand, until it was revealed that he was a male.
And finally, the very last scenario. This is when you choose betray, and so does your opponent.
Oh yeah, but yeah, what I was saying was... It's really cruel because, like, the way that they say all these options makes it, like, so that it's always such a fucking dilemma. And then they give you a lot of time to think about it, which, like, might be worse than not giving you much time to think about it, in my opinion. Oof, man.
If that happens, neither of you gets or loses anything. Absolutely 0 change in BP. Boring. We call this, as the game master here, this is the situation I want to avoid the most. You're probably wondering about the pairs, aren't you? Well, let me explain. Remember how I told you that both people in a pair share a destiny? Well, that applies here, too. The two of you only get one vote. You get to choose once between ally or betray. That doesn't mean you split your points, though.
You both get 3 points, or lose 2 points, or whatever. In other words, what you see on this chart is what you get. Okay then. I think that about does it for the basic rules.
Well, actually, there's a little bit more. But
It'll just have to wait, I guess. After all, it's almost time!
I forget what that extra part is. I think I learned it before. And I think it's sinister and would affect the outcome.
No!
Hey, wait. Of, like, what people picked. So that's why Zero left it out here, I think. It was something like that, but I forget what it was right now.
I won't wait and I can't wait. Didn't you hear me? It is time!
1 minute remains until AMBIDEX game polling closes.
Just casually glossing over the dead woman issue.
You see, it's time for me to be hopping on out of here. See you later. Have a nice trouble.
Interesting how it's called a nice trouble now. How he said nice trouble and not traitor. That's really interesting.
We don't have time to talk about this. Choose betray.
Whoa. She's even more adamant about it. What? You're kidding. You really want to betray Luna?
We don't know if she'll ally or not. If we choose ally and she chooses betray, we're screwed. It's a loss of 2 points. You tell me, Sigma. What's 3 minus 2?
What kind of idiot do you think I am? It's 1, obviously.
Exactly. If our BP gets down to 1, it's over. So?
Wait, what do you mean by it's over?
30 seconds.
Just press the damn button.
30 seconds. We're not given a lot of time here, are we? We were given more time the first time. You're hiding something. You've been suspicious from the get-go. I mean, how did you know my name? Or about how we found the old lady's body? You didn't even blink. It was like you knew she would be here. Look, I don't want to believe it, but did you? Are you?
Fine. If you won't do it, then I
don't think so. I'm not gonna move until you give me some answers. If I don't do anything, it'll just vote ally for us anyway. So let's hear it. What are you hiding? What's it's over supposed to mean?
10 seconds remain. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Wait, do we not get a choice here? That's different.
3, 2.
When your BP hits 0, you die. That's what I meant.
1.
You know what's cruel? I almost guarantee you this is set up to where if we choose betray, the other person is chosen ally. If we choose ally, the other person is chosen betray. I really feel like that's how that works. Which is really cruel. But I did betray the first time. Fuck it. I almost guarantee you that... Luna seems too nice to do it, but I almost guarantee you she chose betray.
Round 1 of the AMBIDEX
for
game has
Uchikoshi's
been completed.
cruel fucking purposes.
Results will be displayed in the warehouse.
Of just making you feel all of the oof that he can.
Thank you for your participation. AMBIDEX gates now opening.
As Fi and I stepped out of the AB room, I could see the others running toward the monitor, shoving and pushing to get closer. Tamiyoji was left behind, his footsteps a slow, heavy plod. Yeah, I think that was his wife or something. Oof. What had happened to make him like that?
What was that, Sigma? Don't play dumb. You chose ally. Didn't you hear me? I told you that if your BP drops to 0, you die.
Yeah, I heard you. A whole second before the deadline. How can you expect me to think anything through that quick? It would have taken like half a second to just process what you said.
No, you could have done it. The brain's processing power increases during a crisis. It starts working so fast that a second can seem like an eternity. Your brain was doing that right before time ran out, wasn't it? Well, am I wrong?
What the hell are you talking about? Okay, fine. And see, the fact that she knows about that, which was like the whole crux of why the first game worked, apparently. Yeah, she only gets suspicious. Be generous and say, hypothetically, that you're right about this crisis overclocking. How would you know whether or not my brain was doing that? Did you crack open my skull while I wasn't looking? You just wedge a microscope in there and have a look at my neurons? I'll be straight with you. Your shit is whack, like hella whack. I love that. I mean, you just know stuff you shouldn't. Although, look who's talking, Sigma. Stuff like my name, or how your BP hits 0, you'd die. You told me you don't know why, but more and more, I'm starting to think you've been lying to me.
Yo, what's up? Siggy! No! Hey, what are you kids doing over there? We're about to announce the results.
Let's go. Time to see what the results are. Maybe it's different this time.
Yes, this time. She remembers the whole fucking thing, doesn't she? This time. Huh? This time? There was a game before this one. And she remembers. At least pieces like he does. The different pieces. Hey, Fi, hold on. Shit.
Good. Looks like you're all here.
Finally, let's get ready to rock!
AMBIDEX game! Round on!
If everybody...
She chose the trade, didn't she? Oof. Oh, that's nice. Oh, but in this case, everyone else fucked each other over. It is different this time, then, I guess. So, you happy, Fi? But, oof. Instead of just, man. Interesting.
Here are the results from your game. Now, let us check the numbers on our bracelets.
Thanks, Luna.
No, it's nothing. You don't have to thank me. I only did what anybody would have done.
Well, you say that, but 2 people chose betray.
I believed in you and Fi.
Ah, cute! When Luna glanced away, I threw Fi what could only be described as a smug grin. Rather frustratingly, she didn't respond, only turned away unperturbed. I was about to press the issue when I heard Tamiyoji's voice.
Quark, what happened?
No! It wasn't me! Mr. Dio tricked me! He told me he'd pick Ally! He promised! That's why I let him do the voting!
Is this true, Dio?
Are you serious? This kid's full of shit.
What?
I didn't do squat. Quark was the one who decided how we were gonna vote. And you wanna know what he told me?
You just leave the voting to me, Mr. Dio. Grandpa's gonna choose to ally for sure, 'cause I'm his opponent on this one. I think we should betray.
What? Hey, seriously? Okay. Whenever we have these cutscenes, it's what actually happens, so... What does that mean?
To be honest, I'm getting kinda tired of that grumpy old bastard. He's had a good life, but it's time for him to go.
Jesus, excuse me? He seemed to care so much, too. Excuse me? My brain's breaking in half.
What do you say we leave the old fart here and leave? I've got a plan. See? Don't worry about me. I'll just tell him you tricked me. He'll believe whatever I tell him. Besides, if he still trusts me, that'll make it easier to use him again later. What do you say, Mr. Dio? Pretty good plan, huh? Alright, let's do it.
Yeah, you're lying! I never should have trusted you! Dio! You're a lying jerk!
Sure, kid, keep whining. See if I care.
Grandpa, you believe me, right?
Don't let this brat fool you, old man. All of this is just part of his plan.
You bastard! I'm not gonna let you get away with this!
That's enough, Quark. Don't lose your temper. How long have I known you? I could be deaf and blind, and I'd still know if you were lying to me.
You're just as gullible as he said you'd be.
Okay, man, who the fuck's right here? God damn it. I don't know if I should be suspicious of Quark. This game's really good at making you second-guess yourself every step of the way.
Hook, line, and sinker. Let me give you a little warning, Tenmyoji. That little shit is a hell of an actor. I'll bet you money he's a born con man. I don't know what he is to you, but if I were you, I'd trust the kid as far as I could throw him, and at your age, That can't be much. You hearing me, old man? Keep an eye on him.
Man, that's really convincing! But he could be lying and he's proved himself
It's
to be a
alright.
bit of an
I
asshole.
understand.
I'm so
Wait,
sorry.
excuse me? Well, okay, it's because it's Clover, right? Because I was about to say, when we betrayed her, oh boy, was she pissed. But she must really love Clover to respond like that.
I apologize. This is very unfortunate.
It looked as though another argument had taken place. It doesn't sound like an argument to me. While Quark and Dio... It looks as though another argument had taken place while Quark and Dio were fighting. Whatever it had been about, it appeared to have resolved itself.
The past is the past. There's no point complaining about it. I'll just have to try and get those points back in the next AB game. Zero, when does the next round start?
What makes you think we'll be having another round?
Well, you said round 1. If there's a round 1, then there's likely a round 2.
Besides, didn't you say the goal of the AB game was to get 9 BP? That's impossible without a second round.
Yeah, I guess you got a point. You're right. There will be a second round.
When?
I don't know.
Why not?
The voting happens when an AB gate opens.
They're already open.
Right, you are. So, let me just close them.
There's so many lines that are just so iconic to me, and I love listening to them from Zero. Like, so let me just close them. I love that.
The AMBIDEX gates have closed. Round 2 moon cards will be...
Moon cards? Does that mean we can't use these cards anymore since they've got suns on them?
Yes, indeedy. Now, you'll have to look the cards with moons on them.
So, how many times do we play the AB game?
I don't know. As many times as you need to. It's anybody's guess how long they'll go. But I plan on keeping this party going until somebody opens the number 9 door.
So it's over when someone gets 9 BP.
No. As long as that person doesn't open the number 9 door, the game goes on!
Of course. You could also get stuck just below 9 BP, where every bunny just keeps going back and forth and back and forth and losing points. After all, if there's no bunny with 9 BP, the door can't open. If that happens, you'll just have to continue on to round 3, and round 4, and round 5, round 100, round 2000. You might even go all the way up to round 24,009,4897.
I love how much of an arbitrary number that is, and also the fact that Zero should probably logically conclude that that number is so high, there's no fucking way that they wouldn't all be dead by that point. In some fashion.
Although, I really, really hope it doesn't come to that.
Hey, can I ask you something?
I don't know. Can you?
There's rules about who can go into the secondary doors, right? Like, you have to have 3 people, exactly.
Yeah? So?
Well, what about the number 9 door? Are the rules the same?
Nope. There aren't any rules about how many people can go through that door. It could be 1 person, or 2 people, or even all 9 of you. There is one big no Ziggy. All that stuff about how you have to have 3 people to go through the secondary chromatic doors, maybe it's not 100% true.
What? What do you mean?
Well, you can open the door with just 1 or 2 people if you want.
But why was it so important to him to lie about that in the first place? I do wonder about that.
That's not what you told us.
Well, I didn't want to make things complicated.
Then explain it now.
Just use the bracelets.
What? How?
There's a sort of scanner between the 2 doors. It checks to see if the right people are going through. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's scanning.
So, it's bracelets then?
Ding ding ding! As long as the scanner sees the right combination of bracelets, it doesn't matter how many people there are!
But wait, hold on a minute. Do these things even come off?
No, yes!
They do indeed.
Then how do I take it off?
Well, there's two ways. The first is to get through the number 9 door in this game. As soon as you're out, the bracelet unlocks all by itself.
What's the second way? Hey, Zero, wake up, will ya? What's the second way?
Oh, Theo. I think you already know.
What?
Do you really want to get rid of that bracelet?
Of course I do!
Oh, well. I see. It's easy. Nothing to it, really.
You die.
Here's an exciting fact. Your heart creates a bunch of faint electrical impulses.
You know what an electrocardiogram is, right? Technically, it's a machine that graphs the electric current flowing across the myocardium, but you probably know it as the thing in the hospital with the little light that goes beep, 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 beep. When someone dies on a TV show.
I will never get over some of this beautiful, beautiful acting.
The point is that you can detect the electricity that your heart makes by pumping blood. Your fancy little bracelets pick up on that. They're always watching. So, when that signal goes away...
The lock on the bracelet releases, right?
Yep. So there you go. The second way. Your heart stops. Your bracelet comes off. Apart from that, there's no other way to get the bracelets off. If you try something harebrained, like trying to break them or something, you'll be disobeying the rules. I don't think I need to remind you what happens when you do that. But if you're lucky, you might get to see a few of them come off during the next round.
If you're lucky, some of you will fucking die! God damn it, dude.
Oops. I guess it's not gonna be very lucky for
Yeah.
some of you, huh?
This motherfucker. Man, she just fucking kills this role. Zero is... I really love Zero as a character as much as I want to just fucking wring his little neck until he fucking dies. I love the voice acting so much. I'll never get over it.
Next round.
Yep.
The amount of different inflections, it's very reminiscent of Junko and Danganronpa.
What do you mean?
Well, do I have to explain everything? Somebody might die during the next round of the AB game.
There. That's pretty clear, right? If I had to guess,
I'd say it's going to be Tenmyoldi or less. One or the other.
or...
It might be both of them.
What?
Why am I going to die?
I guess I can tell you why. Anyone whose BP drops to 0 gets penalized. Just like when you break the rules.
I'm pretty sure I already told you what the penalty is!
You mean the needles in our bracelets are gonna activate and we'll die?
Correct, Siggy. Full marks.
So, Fi had been right. But how had she known before Zero told us? Because she's Zero Senior, like that. It's like the game wants you to think that, though, so... especially at this point, in this particular road. And the way that went this time, that meaning the whole process of the AB game.
I see. Alice and I only have 1 BP. That means we'd have less than 0 if we lost 2 points.
What? What the hell? This is important stuff. Why didn't you tell us about this earlier?
Sorry.
Sorry's not going to cut it. I thought you were supposed to tell us the rules, not hide them.
Well...
Is there anything else you've conveniently left out? It's not fair to make people play a game without explaining all the rules.
I think it's fair. After all, it's not like anybody else knew, right? Right? Fido?
See? See, but the thing is, calling her out if she's Zero's helper, doesn't make sense, so I don't fucking know, man. Ah! I love and hate the experience of this game for a lot of reasons. For both love and hate.
I guess so.
I took a moment to go over everything in my head. The AB game would continue until someone opened the number 9 door. There were no rules about how many people could or couldn't pass through the number 9 door. That meant it was possible for everyone to escape. The secondary chromatic doors could be opened by any number of people, so long as you had the right bracelets. The bracelets would only unlock under 2 conditions: if you left the building, or if your heart stopped. If your BP hit 0, the needles in your bracelet would activate, killing you, unless they're not functional, like, you know, most of the bracelets in the first game. I think only 4 of them, the ones on the people that were involved in the initial experiment, those were the only ones that functioned in the first game. So I wonder if it's similar here, or if it's not, but all I know is that I don't think anyone's died via bracelet this time either, so... Although granted, the first thing that happens in the first game as far as death is someone dying via bracelet, so there's that, but...
Oh, one last thing. The next set of chromatic doors you'll be going through are downstairs. You already saw them, right? There should have been 3. Red, blue, and green. That means that to get through, you'll need bracelets in cyan, magenta, and yellow.
But wait! You've already got those bracelets! Have a look! The color's changed, hasn't it?
Did change. Oh, and instead of being a solo, he's another pair now. That's interesting. Mine changed from red to cyan. Oh, and now we're paired up with Alice. Interesting. I really wonder what Zero's purpose for this changing is. It's gotta be some specific conditions in regards to whatever morphogenetic fields thing they want to happen, right? That's what I'm guessing.
Mine too. Wait, I guess the colors weren't the only thing that changed. It switched from pair to solo.
You're right.
Mine is now a solo as well.
Yep, looks like mine's changed too. I've gone from solo to pair.
I'm still a pair.
They're paired back. And after Quark may have lied to him, that's oof, and also wanted to betray his ass? And, like, didn't give a fuck if he died? That's really concerning if that's actually true. But can we believe Dio on that? Fuck, man.
The 3 of us seem to be magenta now as well.
I'm yellow. And it still says solo. Fi, you and Dio are yellow now too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so she's
Looks like I'm a pair.
Dio now.
When did they change?
Back when the AB gates closed. As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up automatically.
That sounded very Monokuma from Danganronpa. Speaking of Danganronpa parallels, with Zero specifically in this game, funny. I mean, of course, also these games are similar in their style, in a way.
Pair and solo assignments hop around a bit too. And of course, it's totally random. No rules or anything! Now, with all of that explained, I must bid you adieu. Sadly, we may never meet again.
What?
Well, there's not really anything for me to facilitate anymore. I mean, you guys are good from here, right? I'll never see you guys again. Did you really think I was gonna cry?
Motherfucking Zero, dude. Fuck you.
Sucker!
This woman deserves a medal, please. Please, Eric.
As if I'd cry over you dummies!
What the? You fucking dick!
You mad? Ugh. Anyway, good luck.
God damn it. You mad? cracks me up, dude.
I may be gone, but I'm always
The
watching.
inflections murder me. They're so good.
Maybe I'll see you again someday. Have a nice tragedy.
Go fuck yourself.
That little piece of shit.
I agree, Dio. I don't agree with a lot of the things you've said or done, but I agree with that a lot.
If I could just get my hands on that little fucker, I'd squeeze him till he popped.
Yep, yeah, same. That sounds gross, but also weirdly vindicating. I added that part. I don't really want to think about that.
So what happens now? We've still got a while until the chromatic doors open.
Yeah, it looks like about 42 minutes.
We should go and see if we can find any other exits. Maybe there's a vent or a disposal chute or something. If there's a chance Zero missed something.
I concur. There's no point in standing around. We lose nothing by looking. And if we find nothing, we can always return and go through the chromatic doors.
Let's split up. 5 minutes would give us a good half hour or so. Let's meet in front of the chromatic doors 5 minutes before they open then. Any objections?
There were none. After some nods and mumbling, they split up and moved off to investigate. I was the only person who stayed behind. Yeah, this again. Interesting. I think I am going to skip this, because I can't see this being a different scene. He's still going to be suspicious because of this. Are they still going to find the thing in the crew quarters and that whole scene will be the same? I think so. I'm glad I'm not having trouble with the interface this time around. I'm better at that stuff in general anyway, as I just practice this. I think let's just go straight to the crew quarters, because... Although, is it smart to go look at all the others first? I don't think it's going to be any different. I'm just going to see what happens if I do this. Before I do anything else. I think it's not really going to be any different. Although maybe different people end up in these rooms. That's a possibility. Though maybe not. If it's still Quark and Kay... Huh, so these are the crew quarters, huh? Tenmyoji.
Sigma.
Okay, so... different.
What are you doing here?
Hey, come on, man, don't be like that. We aren't enemies, are we?
I wonder.
Oh, what happened to you? You've been acting weird ever since we found that lady's body.
Whoa, you think so? But you sure it ain't just all in your head?
Yeah. Fine, let's move on to something else then. You and Quark. Is he your grandkid?
Why do you want to know?
Why? Well, I mean, what do you fucking think? He keeps calling you Grandpa. Of course I'm gonna wonder what the deal is. We all got kidnapped and brought here, apparently for no reason. Now they're making us all play some sort of weird game. I'm just trying to find a little meaning in all this nonsense. That's it. So tell me, Tenmyoji, are you really Quark's grandpa? And conveniently, he doesn't have to answer that. Yeah, so, yeah, okay, different people end up in different places here. And I wonder if the bomb's even here this time. And if not, then what does that mean? Clover, Luna.
Sigma, where'd you come from?
Did you not want me?
No, it's okay, I guess. I just thought Tenmyoji was the only other person here. This is the crew quarters. I came here with Clover and Tenmyoji. We decided we'd split up to investigate.
Makes sense. So, you find anything?
0.
What? Which one?
No, I meant I found 0 things.
What about you? Anything suspicious?
I didn't find anything either. Although, I guess you could say this whole facility is suspicious.
That's true. I mean, duh, right? Yeah, you got a point there. So why do you think Zero put all these puzzles and stuff all over the place?
Well, maybe solving all of these puzzles is part of the nonary game.
It's the amorphogenetic fields thing, as established by 999, I think. If it's not, then this is some, stuff. Really? I thought the Nonary game was a couple rounds of the AB game. Why would he need the puzzles and stuff then? It's the whole thing about stress, and the brain responding to it in the way that it did. Which Fi knew all about! Just like she knew all about the bombs, and all about all sorts of convenient things, like the one rule. Why would Zero call her out, and why isn't everyone suspicious of her? Like, why wasn't, like, that was not something that has been so far singled out by anyone. Like, that should raise alarm, right? Zero specifically saying, we don't, none of you know anything, right? Fi? Like, that's conveniently glossed over by the other characters. Well, what is the Nonary game, then? Why is Zero making us do all this?
Well, this is just, speculation, but maybe it's for entertainment. So rich, powerful people can watch.
Oof. Yeah, I wouldn't put that past rich, powerful people, especially in, media. Like, for example, that's, as far as I remember, that's kind of the point of, I think the anime is called Kaiji, but it's a gambling anime where this down-on-his-luck guy gets put through this horrible game in order to possibly win enough money to get himself out of his situation for the entertainment of rich people. And there's like this whole underground society that gets off on putting poor people through this bullshit. And I recommend the anime. It's fucking wild and good as hell.
Yes, they're probably off in an opulent theater, watching us struggle while they drink brandy and eat caviar.
Oh, you think so, huh? So some rich bastards killed her off for kicks.
That's his wife, isn't it? Or his ex-wife, or something.
What kind of a death is that?
Well, maybe her dying didn't have anything to do with the rest of the game.
No. Kay was right. If her dying wasn't part of all this, the rabbit would have said something, but what do we get? Nothing. Just tells us to keep playing and disappears. I can only think of one reason he'd do that. Murdering her was always part of Zero's plans. Now, if you can think of another way all this fits, well, I'd love to hear it.
So you're saying that Zero Sr. is the one who murdered the old lady?
Now, it sure looks that way.
That means there's a 7 in 1 chance anybody could be the murderer.
Wait, 7?
Well, Alice and I can't be Zero.
Okay, that's convenient for you. I'll let the I part go, but you're gonna have to give me a little to convince me Alice can't be Zero.
What? Come on, Alice and I know each other. Well, how do you know each other? I guess you could say we're co-workers.
Where do you co-work?
An organization? That's kind of vague. What kind of organization?
That's suspicious. That's sus as fuck is what it is. She mentioned something that, like, it's some sort of, like, it seems like some sort of espionage thing. I don't know, man. And why do they work together after the first game? I imagine that they found each other after the first game, unless this is some sort of alternate world, which I would not put past Ushikoshi at all.
I can't tell you.
What? What do you mean you can't tell us?
I mean, I can't tell you. Just forget about it, okay? Why can't you tell us? Because it's confidential. I promised I wouldn't tell.
Come on, don't give me that. Look around you, Clover. You really think this is the time for playing it close to the chest?
Yeah. What if the people you work for have something to do with what's going on here? Yeah, you're right. Maybe I should tell you. Sorry, but I just don't really trust you guys. I mean, what if one of you is Zero? It could be any of you. Sorry. Anyway, I think that's enough about me and Alice.
No, it's not.
I just don't really feel like I can trust you guys. Maybe if that changes, then I can tell you. So, I guess I'll go now. Go? Where are you going? I don't know. I haven't really figured it out yet. Then I'll be going too. Fine.
There she goes. So, Tomioji.
Save it. I don't trust you any more than she does.
In other words, you aren't going to tell me anything.
Sorry.
I left Tomioji and headed back to the hallway. There were... Wait. Yeah! We didn't find a fucking bomb! That's so interesting. Or no! Maybe we go through all of them and then we find the bomb. Is that how it happened the first time? So it might still be in the infirmary, or there might not be bombs there. So it might still be in the crew quarters, or there might not be bombs this time.
Oh, Sigma. Perfect timing.
You were here earlier, right?
Yeah, I was. Phi, Luna, and I were the first into this room.
Did you find anything suspicious?
Like, secret pathway or
Why
something.
would Zero make that a thing? You really think that's the kind of detail I would have neglected to mention?
Anything else, then? Anything out of the ordinary?
Out of the ordinary. Well, I mean, everything about this room is out of the ordinary.
How about this?
Isn't that obvious? It's an astronomy magazine. Apparently, it's got an article about a lunar eclipse. Says it's going to happen on December 31st, 2028.
This New Year's Eve, then?
Yeah, 6 days from now.
Wait, what did you say? What do you mean 6 days?
Well, today's Christmas, right? So...
Wait a minute, when were you grabbed?
Didn't you hear me? On Christmas. About 2 or 3 in the morning. Wait. That would mean they were not grabbed on Christmas. What the fuck does that even mean? Wait. Did they pick you up on a different day?
Yeah.
If it's really just Zero doing the grabbing, then I guess that would make sense, but I think it means something relevant to the plot.
I was abducted in the middle of the night on December 22nd.
What about you?
I think it was the 20th.
Then we were all taken on different days.
Does that mean we were just sleeping until the notary game started?
Maybe they kept us on a Soparil IV drip or something?
In theory, you could have everyone wake up at the same time if you got the dosage right.
And today might not even be the 25th.
I think that's likely.
Yeah. Some of us were probably abducted after you.
Well, I guess that explains why I feel kind of dizzy.
You too? I felt disoriented since I woke up. My body doesn't feel right.
Maybe it's because we were asleep for so long. Your muscles start to atrophy if you don't use them.
Then what day is today? I don't think we got any way of knowing.
Beats me.
I have no idea.
Well, what about you guys? Was there anything interesting in the crew quarters of the infirmary?
Nah, nothing in the quarters. Oh well, there was a book about a cat.
A cat?
Yeah. Something about a cat in a box and whether it's dead or alive. Didn't make any sense to me, though.
Well, it doesn't really sound like something that's going to help us get out of here.
Yeah, I didn't think so either.
How about the infirmary? Find anything interesting?
Well, actually there was one thing.
What?
I wasn't trying to hide it. The right moment to mention it just never came up.
You don't need to apologize, just tell us what you found.
Well, see for yourself.
It's a newspaper article. Look, okay, yeah, so... Different two people that are in this conversation, but yeah, we get the plot point about not COVID.
Yeah, it was in the safe in the infirmary.
Let me see that. Radical 6 infection spreads. Cure continues to elude authorities.
What the hell? What's Radical 6?
Just read the article.
I swallowed and began to read. The Radical 6 virus continues to spread across the globe. The globe? I'm turning Japanese now. The globe like wildfire. The WHO has confirmed. The band The Who now work in fucking disease control or whatever, have confirmed now that the death toll is estimated to have passed 100,000 victims. Immediate quarantine of any infected patients is strongly advised. I do wonder what The Who is. Probably some international organization of some kind. Or a Japanese one, or something. Do you think we're in a quarantine facility?
You mean you think we got infected with this Radical 6 thing? Oh, come on, you gotta be kidding me.
Well, we don't know anything for sure.
Well, that's an interesting leap of logic that I don't think was made in the other one. Yeah, it seems like Radical 6 has something to do with why they're there. Which is kind of reminiscent of Danganronpa for me. The whole end of the world thing.
But look at us. We seem pretty healthy. Admittedly, I don't know what the symptoms of Radical 6 are, but if it's killing people worldwide, They must be horrific. Now, just look at this soft, lustrous skin. This perfect, shapely face.
You've got...
Does this beauty look like something infected with an awful disease? You want to touch it, don't you, boy?
Jesus Christ. There's always something like this. Lotus did this kind of shit, too. I have a feeling that, he has some sort of mommy fetish. I really think so. He meaning Uchikoshi. Because he really likes to include a character like this. Really does.
I can see it in your eyes. Go on. Try.
I think she'd fucking kill you if you did that, though. This motherfucking bitch. Well, I'm feeling a little weird.
That could just be from sleeping for a couple of days.
Could also be from that fucking seduction all the damn sudden for no reason. I feel like there are moments in this game where Uchikoshi was especially drunk on the tequila that he apparently drinks every time he's writing for this game, which really, really, really makes sense the more that you play these games. Anyway.
Or maybe it's a side effect of that drug.
Especially because, you know, it was just like, okay, I'm gonna act like a mommy for a second, and then it's gonna be glossed over. There's your fetish material, everyone. Like, what?
Besides, if this is where they ship people to quarantine them, don't you think there aren't enough, people? This thing is killing people all over the world, right? So why would there only be 9 of us here?
Yeah, I guess you do have a point.
Think about it. Zero is forcing us to play this nonary game. Why would the government quarantine people and then make them play a game?
Also a good point.
Yes, it is.
So, you're saying there's no connection between our abductions and this virus?
Probably not.
Well, it's still something we should remember, I suppose. It's gotta be plot relevant. Actually, no, I think at least Radical 6 is... Radical 6 is in this facility in some way, shape, or form. Maybe they all have the potential to have it. Because I think both Alice and Quark had it at some point. I think they all have it, like, dormantly sleeping in them, actually. Considering that whole oof during my first playthrough. I mean, even if we're safe in here, our friends and families are still out there.
That's true. I hope they're all right.
Wait a minute. When did this virus actually show up? I've never heard of it before.
Neither have I.
Me either.
So what date is it? If this Radical 6 killed hundreds of thousands of people while we were still asleep, just how long have we been here for?
I don't think you'll be able to just puzzle that out. If we want the truth, we need to find more information.
Okay, I think we'll go look around a bit more then. I've already spent plenty of time here anyway.
Alice and I are gonna stick around, you know, just in case you miss something. Don't really feel like I can trust your eyes.
Whatever. His eyes, what does that mean? I turned and headed for the exit. Where to next? Alright, there was only one other place I hadn't gone yet. Yeah, I think I remember now. You go to all the places, talk to all the different people, and then, well, we'll see, but I have a feeling it's gonna bring us back to the crew quarters, and if not, that's interesting as hell, and I wonder what that means. How's it going? You guys find anything?
Hello, Mr. Sigma.
Nothing yet.
Oh.
Well, Alice, Clover, and I did go over this room quite thoroughly. I doubt you'll find any hidden hallways here.
Why are you back here, then?
Well, I was concerned about the lady you found. Who would do such a horrible thing?
Given what we know so far, you're the most likely candidate.
The thing is, Fi, I don't know about that. You're the most likely candidate for everything, but it seems like everyone's conveniently not suspecting the fuck out of you, except for Sigma. Even after Zero called her out, like... Although, granted, you know, why the fuck would you believe anything Zero has to say?
Fi, please, why would I kill this woman?
Hey, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying the evidence points to you right now. If we find more evidence in the future, that could change.
We were so busy earlier that I never got to ask, but do any of you know who she is?
Beats me. I've never seen her before.
I don't know her either.
Interesting. Because it seems like Tenmyoji does.
Neither do I. Well, I suppose I might have known her before I lost my memories, but there's no way to know, is there?
You still can't remember anything?
No, not even a little, unfortunately.
You better be telling the truth about this amnesia stuff.
Are you suspicious of me too, Sigma?
Suspicious? Have you looked in a mirror lately? Oof. You might as well have suspicious tattooed across your forehead.
If someone ran into you on the street at night, they'd probably pass out from fright.
Or maybe even during the day.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I apologize for my frightening appearance.
Well, it's not really something you need to apologize for. I mean, it's not your fault, right?
No, I suppose not. Well, I assume not, but...
But what?
I'm not sure why, but none of this feels particularly strange. The mask and the suit, I mean. In a way, it almost feels natural. I don't feel as though I was forced into it.
Are you saying this is how you always look?
No, I don't think that's it.
This might be a pretty obvious question, but is there any way for you to take it off?
No. I've tried several times, to no avail. I honestly don't even know where to start. But there is something I'd like to ask of you. There are parts of the suit I can't see. Could you have a look and tell me if perhaps there is a switch or something similar?
Interesting how this happens here. Because this did not happen in the first part. There's entirely different conversations here. That's really interesting. Because of different things that happened. I really like that dynamic. With no further warning, he removed his robe and turned his back to us. It took me no time at all to find something of interest, really. Oh! There's a hole here on the back of your head.
A hole?
Yeah, it looks like you insert something. It says open, so maybe if you put some kind of key in there...
You could open up the suit and take the mask off.
I see. That's excellent news. We just need to find whatever it is that goes in there, then.
Yeah. Interesting.
Thank you. I feel somewhat relieved. I was beginning to fear I might have to spend the rest of my life like this.
Wait, a minute ago you said that it felt natural.
Well, it does, but that doesn't mean I want to stay in it forever. Imagine having glasses, for instance.
Yeah, I feel that, man. Sometimes I'd like to take them off, but I sort of can't because I need them to see because I'm very nearsighted. So whenever I'm driving or really doing most things that don't require me to sit in front of my computer, although granted I need that for that too, I'm very nearsighted. Yeah, I mean, I pretty much have to wear them all the time because of how nearsighted I am. Because otherwise I have to be an inch or two away from something to read it. I'm not joking. Depends on how big the letters are, but most of the time I have to be very close to read something without my glasses, so... I kind of always have to wear them, and I'd rather not wear contacts because putting something in my eye is a lot worse than glasses to me. I'd rather not do that, so... Yeah, I have to wear my glasses, but sometimes I get a little tired of how they feel on my face, but mostly just when I'm wearing headphones with them. Otherwise, they're rather natural feeling to me as well, but yeah.
Wearing them doesn't feel strange, but you'd hardly want to wear them all the time, forever, would you?
Well, at this point, I've kind of resigned myself to that, but honestly, yeah, nah. Like, I oftentimes feel rather relieved when I take them off at night or when I go shower.
That's what wearing the suit is like.
I say at night, but when I go to sleep. I'm kind of nocturnal right now, so when I go to sleep.
Well, I think that's enough about me. Shouldn't we be making our way back to the rendezvous?
Oh, shit. I totally forgot. Damn, we're already late.
All the more reason to move along.
Let's hurry. Come on.
That's never happened before, being late. No one found the bombs. Were the bombs planted?
Chromatic doors have opened. 5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
the hell? You're late. Just thought you'd take your fucking time getting back?
Sorry.
Sorry's not gonna cut it. Did you forget how this works? I'm your partner. Any later, you'd have killed us both, especially me.
You should remember that too, Sigma. I can't go through without you. You got back in time, but you need to be more careful.
Please stop fighting. This isn't the time for that. She's right, you know. The doors have already opened. We need to hurry up and figure out our teams.
So, how should we pair up?
We're almost out of time. I'll just explain it as fast as I can. Just like before, there are only 3 possible combinations.
The options Fi laid out for us were the following. Option A. Alice and I, Cyan, would pair up with Luna, yellow, and go through the green door. Temioji and Quark, magenta, would pair up with Clover, Cyan, and open the blue door. Fi and Dio, yellow, would pair up with K, magenta, and open the red door. Option B. Alice and I, Cyan, would pair up with K, magenta, and go through the blue door. Temioji and Quark, magenta, would pair up with Luna, yellow, and go through the red door. Fi and Dio, yellow, would pair up with Clover, Cyan, and open the green door. Option C. Alice and I, Cyan, and Clover, Cyan, would pair up and go through the red door. Temioji and Quark, magenta, would pair up with K, magenta, and open the green door. Fi and Dio, yellow, would pair up with Luna, yellow, and open the blue door.
3 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
Alright, so what are we doing?
I'm not pairing up with Kay.
Oh?
We'd end up playing against each other in the next AB game. Last time, you betrayed Clover. How am I supposed to know you won't do the same to me? You can't be trusted.
How unfortunate. To be honest, however, I would rather not go with you either.
Yeah? Why's that?
Well, you only have 1 BP left. I very much doubt you'll choose to ally in the next round. Even if you promised me you would choose to ally, I'd be in an undesirable situation. You see, I wouldn't be able to choose to betray. If I did, and you were true to your word and allied, then I would kill you. So there you are. That is why I do not wish to be paired with Tenmyoji. Of course, for the same reason, I would rather not be paired with Alice.
That's not a problem. Sigma and I will be taking Clover.
Okay, so we don't have a choice here, but honestly, I'm fine with that. What's funny is that when those options were laid out, I was like, I think they go with Clover. Because that seems like a surefire way to ally, but, like, is that what he'd want us to think? Because I don't know anymore. Because, well, I finally got an outcome where we actually allied, so, I don't know. But I wanted to go with Clover. Because these two really like each other, and I like the dynamic they have. It's cute.
I trust her more than any of the rest of you.
Yep. I want to go with Alice, too.
Hey, wait a minute. Can I get you saying this?
I would like to go with Sigma or Phi. They chose Ally last time.
Wait, so that... Okay, it looks like there's not a choice here, but I guess we'll see, huh?
Ooh, I like the sound of that. I'm Phi's partner. You should pair up with us. Sound good?
No.
I am also opposed to that choice.
If Alice and Clover pair up, and Luna and Dio pair up, the rest of us don't have a choice. We'll be stuck with Phi's option C.
I believe I mentioned before that I do not wish to be paired with Tenmyoji.
And I don't want to go with Kay either.
What the hell are we supposed to do?
1 minute remains.
Oh no. What's wrong, Quark?
It's all over. This is it. We're all gonna die.
Are you all right?
No. That's not it. Don't you get it? We aren't gonna die. We have to die. We have to die here.
What the fuck? Yeah, see, this happens to him every time. Wait, does this mean is this the end this time? Is this the end of the route? And what the fuck does that mean if this is the end of the route after a room? Minus the elevator if you count that.
All of us.
What the hell? Oh, snap out of it, kid. Oh, come on, Quark, talk to me.
Do they all have Radical 6, like dormant or something?
No, I'm fine. You're the crazy ones getting serious about this stupid game. We should just stop. End this. End all of it. End everything.
We need to get him to the infirmary.
No, we don't have time.
30 seconds remain until chromatic doors close.
We don't have a choice. Quark's with me. I'll carry him through.
But we still haven't figured out...
I can't afford to be picky anymore. Someone just choose. I don't care who.
Sigma, you have to choose.
What? Why me?
Please, just do it.
Because I'm the protagonist, I guess.
We don't have any time left.
9.
Okay, so I still get the choice.
7.
I should have figured it would pull something like that. I swallowed. Alice and I will. Yeah, okay, you know what? Because the thing is that I think going through the red door with Clover would be pretty good for us. But also, what if it isn't? Because this is this game. But the thing is that Luna trusts Fi now, but she really shouldn't, because Fi wanted to betray. But does she now? After seeing that Ally happened? And that Luna is very likely to pick Ally against her again? But again, necessarily would have to worry about each other either. She's Zero or not, or allied with Zero or not, and it really seems like she is. Especially because Zero pointed her out, but why did no one follow up on that? It seems real convenient, you know? Man, I do not know. Neither of them want to work together, but they'd have to, and I also don't think they... Going with K is a bit, because he is pretty sus, but I don't... Honestly, here's my theory. He doesn't actually know anything, but he is Zero. He erased his own memories deliberately. So right now, he's innocent. But if he learns anything, you know? So, like, he's essentially innocent as far as the way his mind works, and he's saying a lot of very kind things. So, go through the green door with Luna. So she wants... Who does that put everyone else with again? Can I, like, go back and read that? Okay, here we go. Option A is Luna, who I already tried. In fact, I trust her a lot, and she would trust me. Tamioji and Quark would pair up with Clover. Fi and Dio would end up with K. I'm gonna do A. I don't know how that's gonna pan out for those three, but yeah, so I'm gonna go with A. Alice, Luna, the green door.
Right.
I'm coming.
They both took off for the door, and I followed behind it at a run. I glanced back over my shoulder in time to see the others head into their respective doors. Fi, Dio, and Kay ducked into the red door. Just as Tamioji carried Quark through the blue door, Clover right on his heels.
2, 1, 0. Chromatic doors closing.
Whew, that was a tight one. Very tight window there. Whoa. Is this a dead end?
All 3 doors seem to be locked.
That's unfortunate.
What's this thing here?
It looks like the device next to the number 9 door.
Why don't you try pulling the lever?
Might as well. I remember there was a whole hullabaloo with a very old couple-y argument between Sigma and Fi the last time, but this time it's just pulling the lever, and then that left door opens. Treatment center. Does that mean that that's where the cure is? That center door? To have the only door with a name in front of it, it's gotta be very significant. So, like, that's where it's cured, right? Radical 6? Huh? Look at the door on the right.
It opened.
Huh. That doesn't make sense. Why would just the one door on the right open? How do you open the other 2?
You're probably just overthinking it. That door opened. That means we're going through it. Bring it on. Don't go soft on me now. I'll leave you behind.
Come on, Sigma, let's go.
Gaulumbe? The fuck does that mean? What is this place?
It is kind of confusing, isn't it? What is it for?
Well, I think it looks like some sort of workroom.
If you say so. We should split up and search it.
We need to find, key cards with moon symbols on them, right?
Yaparino.
Yes, they should be somewhere in this room.
Alright, let's get to it. next time. Like, comment, subscribe, friends, and next time we shall be seeking a way out, just like this says right here. Have wonderful ones, frienderinos.